Okay guys, I don't know whether you can see that. That's a little bit of smoke coming out of the top of the wood chip burner there. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Alex here. We have got lots on this week, I hope. We had a bit of a nightmare of a weekend. The starter motor on CHP2 went down, so we've just got an engineer here coming to change that over. On top of that, the emergency stop was triggered, so having to try and replace the electrical switch that runs all the emergency stop. It just randomly started triggering and wouldn't go off. Electrical gremlins in AD plants, or especially R1, seem to crop up all the time. And now I've got to go and buy a meter clamp because our separator's not working. It's drawing too high a current so it's just tripping out all the time. So that's another little thing. But very exciting. First thing this morning, we've got Total Biomass here, and they are trying to run our boiler. So Phil's there, we'll go and take a look. Nice smell of kind of wood burning here. Nice smell of wood burning here, Phil.
Always a positive on a Monday morning.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, we've got a little bit of...
I didn't put a little bit in just so I could get it running.
Yeah, of course.
What I didn't want is...
Masses.
Well, I've done it before. I put 3 ton in and then realised
Yeah.
I had to dig it all out.
Dig it out. Yeah, I know all about digging out augers full of wood chip and silage. Can we have a look in here and see if it's burning in here? I see the smoke's coming up.
Certainly is burning in there.
Oh, perfect. Whoa, alrighty, I can feel the heat. Where's that heat going then, Phil? Because we haven't got the...
It's just passing through pipe work at the moment.
Okay, just warming everything up.
Yeah. I mean, is the fan unit switched on?
I can switch it on. It
should
all
blow
work.
out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just to make sure it gets up to temperature and
Yeah.
that activates that switch down that end.
I'll go switch it on.
110%.
Yeah, okay. You'll then have to show me how all these buttons work. Yeah, on this panel.
Close
here.
your eyes in it too.
Yeah.
No for the best.
Yeah, just hit every button.
Yeah,
there they are, guys.
So far, we're at 53 degrees in heat
53.
inside. We've got pump on.
Yep.
Zone valves opening as it should. So it's modulating heat. So
Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah, they're hot, aren't they?
Circulate around there until it's
Yeah.
up to temperature, and then
And then
that'll
it-
open up and then send
And send it down here. And I'll go and switch that on outside, make sure that's all running. Right, and we'll go from there.
That's when this little guy comes into his own and
Yeah,
starts
that's
turning
right,
into
little heat
something
meter.
back.
Yeah, that's right, I hope so, yeah. If the government's not too broke. Right, great, fantastic.
What
Well,
you're getting there is that, to be honest. Do you know what temperature it's set at on that fan unit?
I don't actually. I'll go and switch it on, and I'll set it for. I'll set it for
So we're nearly at
70
degrees. That runs
Yeah.
happily set at 80 degrees.
Yeah. Okay, mate.
And that's what you want in there.
Yeah, that's it,
hot as
yeah.
possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Nice one. I'll go outside then.
You've been running.
Yeah. Something's making a noise. Is it this little auger here?
That comes as standard with every country boiler.
This little squeaks and.
It's a little.
Yeah. All right. So our unit on our part got fixed in and working all right down
I
there.
did, yes.
Brilliant. Nice work. Right, good stuff. I'll go switch on then the fan.
Super.
Okay guys, I'm just going to walk around the back here and switch this unit on around here from UK Heat Exchangers. I hope it's not going to give us a problem that the other one did, which is coming up with an aerosol. So actually our log dryer over there is actually off because the weight controller, which regulates the temperature going back, was coming up with an error code and it kept switching itself on and off, so I had to take it back while it was in. So that's been off over weekend, which didn't help with all our down problems, but I'll switch these on. Let's see what happens. Nothing so far. Let's do this one. There we are. Lights coming on. Fan starting to blow. I've got an A63. Oh no, good. Right. And auto. I'm going to send the water back at 60. So at the moment, I don't know if you can see, it's 55. So hopefully that will switch on. I'll go and have a look at our guy mending the starter motor. It's just start to run. It's getting up. See if that's turning it. No, she's not turning yet. Guys, that's working. That's actually going back at 45 now. I'm running this at half power. That motor's now turning. I'll come around here. You obviously can't feel this, but there is a nice warm air coming out from there. So yeah, that's good. It's still smoky a little bit. I'm sure if she comes online, she'll probably try that out, and we'll get a cleaner burn, I'm sure. Okay, so just going to come and have a look. Here's maybe the new starter motor going to be put in, and yeah, just going to have a look and see the old starter motor. Is it a job that we could do here at all? That
that's just nuts and bolts. Yeah.
Nuts and bolts, yeah.
Nuts and bolts.
Because I've just got a spare starter motor now. I went down and picked one up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just...
It's a bit awkward, but it's just nuts and bolts.
Nuts and bolts, okay, right. And what about the electrical points? You just take them off?
It's dead enemy. It's dead enemy until it's asked for a start, so it's
okay.
just a live and neutral there and there, and a little link between the start and the...
Okay.
That's it.
Right.
Once you take a photograph over before
yeah,
you
I just...
but these are
so
all
those
dead,
are glued
they're
together basically,
yeah.
and that's on the...
Yeah, and then you link from there to there. There's that little wire.
Okay, I see, yeah, I'm just... yeah, I see, and that just links in between those two.
Yep.
Okay, all right, great.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, nice. Okay, guys, so he's getting on with that nicely. Just showing me there that actually it doesn't look very complicated. We could probably do that ourselves in future. So I've got that spare part, and that just gives us that ability. I've got to run off and get a clamp meter to test our separator tower, which is over there, which is shut down at the moment. It's drawing too much current. So is it the motor that's burned itself out? It kept tripping, and we'd reset it. Sometimes it would run all right, sometimes it would trip. So yeah, obviously it's probably burned itself out, I imagine. I'll be going to Shoebridge to get it rewound or something, but let's go and find out. Right.
Basically click on continuous operation.
Yep.
Because I'm already on, it's not lighting up, it'll say activate.
Yep.
Right, activate it, on.
Yep.
So it'll come up with that there, exactly the same. Activate that, you'll see a little flame come up. What have we done there now?
Activate to...
No, I don't know what to do. What you don't want it on is external start, 'cause it runs for 15 minutes and then shuts off.
Yeah.
You want to be on continuous operation, then it will just constantly look after itself at boiler temperature.
Yep.
And it'll go out, but not fully out. It'll stop feeding any fuel in.
Yeah.
And this is because we have an ember preservation. So it keeps smouldering in there.
Yeah, okay.
So when it comes to relight, rather than turning igniter on to relight it, it uses embers, relights, away it goes. And it will just sit and do that all day.
Okay, fantastic.
Well, for 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
overnight. So long as you've got the fan on,
yep,
which is pulling it off constantly,
it'll just restart.
Just keep going at that, yeah.
Okay, good, excellent.
And that's about it. Your times for your de-ashing, it'll do it at 10 o'clock every single night.
Okay, right, yeah, and I'll have a look tonight, and yep.
Just, it's like you're going to be, until you get used to how much fuel you need per day,
yeah,
to how much ash it's going to give out.
Okay.
It's just a case of monitoring it and get used to the system then.
Okay, perfect.
Don't think there's anything else I need to tell you.
Okay.
There's nothing you need to touch other than on and off.
Sounds pretty simple.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I'm quite pleased actually.
Yeah.
Got back on a Monday morning.
Guys, I'm just going to lower that hook lift down, pick up this green bin here which has some fines in it, and I'll attach it up to those two ports. I've got a couple of spare tunnels, so hopefully that will go all right, and we'll see how much chip she uses overnight. Run away a bit there. She goes. She's not that full of sawdust, so I'm going to have to go and get some more in there if I want to dry that up properly. Okay guys, we've got the tubes in. I'll back over the machine and yeah, we'll get her tied up and see what good she can do. Okay guys, next morning I'm going to have a little look in the bin there, see how much wood chip's been used up. Hooked up this hook lip bin here, put some sawdust fines in there because I want some really dry, so that's kind of useful. Going to see how that looks. So yeah, let's check it out. Okay, there we are. She sort of dug a hole out. I can tell she's still working. Because there's a bit of smoke coming out the top there. It's a pretty still, dank day here, but you can see that. So let's go and have a look. There's a bit of steam coming off the top of that bin. Probably have to get a ladder just to see what's going on. Let's have a feel of it. Doesn't feel like a lot of airflow. I may turn up the fan a bit, try and see if we can get a bit more airflow through that. Yeah, I think that's probably what it needs. These should actually, I might have to order some bigger ones. These are 400s and I should probably get 450s. It just allow more airflow to go through. They're also really difficult to put on. So, yeah. Here's the sawdust. There's a bit of, I feel a bit of heat coming off. I wouldn't say it's hugely warm here. I just think maybe the fan needs turning up, so I can see over in those corners. Again, it's kind of blowing out in the corners a bit where it's a bit lower. Anyway, there we are. Let's try that. Try and smooth out the top here. So I'll just go around here, raise up the fan a bit, see if I can get a bit more wind in through those fines. So I'll have a little look. See what impact that has. £25 or something. Okay guys, I just came down this morning. The boiler is off, so I acknowledge the code. It's kept the embers going in here. So although the air outside is coming out cold, the boiler is still at 80 degrees. And it's got an ember sort of sustaining technology, which basically means the fire doesn't go out. And I think what's happening now is it's trying to restart the fire, get some air back in it. I think that lever is trying to stir it up. Not quite sure why it went out. Let's have a look inside here. Yeah, a few embers trying to be knocked about, I think, to try and get the fire going. So I'll shut the door up and then come back to her. Well, seems to be got itself going. The blower here is on. The error code has disappeared on the screen. There's smoke out the bottom. Don't know if that's something to worry about or not. Yeah, it's sort of trying to de-ash, it looks like. Maybe that's what the smoke was about. Some quick look in the window. Yeah, looks like they're sort of trying to get ash out. Oh, there we go. Back lit again. Looks like it's just trying to take ash out. See what comes through it. Boiler's relit there. A little bit of smoke coming out of it, but I think that's because it's sort of on startup. If it's running hard, I think it will just sort of burn that smoke off. I think because it's just, you know, kind of stopping and starting. We haven't got it on max power yet. That's why that thing's just smoking a little bit funny there. Anyway, other news, the guys are just starting to put up the rest of the sheets on the barn now, and they'll put concrete plinth along the top, and then that is that finished, so that'll be nice. Okay guys, just back down here at the boiler. There's a whole pile of water on the floor this morning. It looks like the emergency fire extinguisher system has sort of kind of worked, which takes water down that pipe and into the tube to stop the flames coming back up the tube and into the bunker pit. We haven't used that much water of the chip here. So yeah, I don't really kind of know what's going on. I'll have a quick look. Got another sort of weird error code there. I imagine that this is actually going to be quite hard to get relit because all the chip is now wet. So yeah, yikes. I thought these things would have some quirks and they'd just be a little bit of teething problems. I think that we're just in that stage at the moment, because yesterday it went off for some reason, I don't know why, easy enough to restart. But this morning, I can just see, yeah, running a fire extinguisher down, it's going to be some fun and games to get this one going. I imagine you'll have to somehow dig out that wet chip, which is in there, and put some fresh chip in. So yeah, see what we can do. So it's trying to stir up the embers. It's now trying to blow some air in through this fan here. It's taking some more chip in. So I imagine it will try and start itself. We'll see what happens really, whether it can get rid of this or whether I'm going to be getting the spanner out to get it started. Well, it seems to be de-ashing slightly, first little bit there. It's very fine. Quite cool really. Does all that automatically. Good for the garden, I suppose. Yeah. Error code came up again. I re-hit the acknowledge button. It seems to be trying to start again. So I'll leave it a bit and see if something happens. Right, so there's a bit of smoke. Don't think you can see it. Kind of coming out. We'll just have a quick look inside. I've chucked a few handfuls. It's certainly quite smoky in there. I chucked a few handfuls of dry chip on top, which I think might be helping. But yeah, something seems to be going on. Yeah, it's really smoky outside now. I'm glad the wind's going away from the village. It's a bit of a sort of steam train effect, actually. I think that must be all the water kind of burning off and trying to get itself going. Yeah. Okay guys, so we're just taking the trommel out of the shed and we're taking it up to the top here. So we're going to put that in because a lot of our dry logs aren't particularly clean. So we're going to see if that trommel is going to do the job for us, and see what it produces on proper logs. Okay, so we're going to try and move it and put it onto the back end of the start screen. See if we can take the fines out through there and the bigger wood coming out through there, leaving clean at the end. But we've got to try and fit it in first of all. So this is going to be our little challenge right now. Okay guys, we got that working, as you can see roughly. It needs a little bit more fettling. What's happening is just where we're sort of trying to put the logs into our grader, it's not quite got the right sort of scoop coming in. This needs to be a sort of semicircle. We're actually also thinking these arms, which are supporting the trommel, need to be moved in halfway so we can actually really get this flap here that takes the logs straight into the trommel. And then what we'll have is wood chip fines dropping down there, economy bag dropping down there, and nice logs coming out the end. Well, that's the plan anyway. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that little roundup, and also a look at the biomass boiler running. Biomass boiler is running. We'll see if it runs all right over the weekend. It's running nicely now. It restarted again. Absolutely fantastic how it managed to get itself going, even though the wood chip was all wet. Yeah, I can just see a little bit of smoke coming out the top of the stack, so that's all going very well. We'll shut up, lock up, and see you next time, guys. Cheers.